What's up, y'all? Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today's video I want to talk a little bit about the new event that just came out, which is going to be for the Tholen Perfect Soul. It's going to be the Titan event here, and whether or not you should really be focusing on getting the 5-star, or maybe you want to cut it back and get the 3-star or not. So let's take a look at it. I haven't looked at it yet, but off the rip, I can see there's no 2- and 4-star soul, which is kind of interesting. So that's I mean, he's a damage dealer, so you'd really want the 4-star, but is this Gilded Pinion any good, and is the Gaze of Damnation any good? Let me just take a quick peek at both of those really quickly here. The Gilded Pinion and the Gaze of Damnation. Here it is. Gilded Pinion. The wearer receives 1% less damage for each turn of cooldown on all of their skills. It's good for the speed. The damage reduction, I guess it would be decent for a support champion, but for each of the cooldowns, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're looking at possibly tops of 5 to 10% damage mitigation for percentage, and then it does have decent gemstone sockets here. Increase the wearer's accuracy. I mean, the chance of you getting a mythical gemstone is very slim to begin with, so you're kind of going to be looking more towards the legendary ones. I mean, some of these are okay. I like the Gilded Pinion because of the speed, so getting that leveled up would be great on any support champion that you're looking to have more speed on. You could throw it on your Arbiter, you could throw it on your... of course, you're going to want to throw on different relics that have more speed in the future. But for the time being, most players probably don't have a legendary relic to begin with. So this is strong just being at this level, right? I think this is level 9 or I believe this is level 9 that you can unlock that. I wish they could give you the information on each level right from here. Like, unlocks this at level 7, 6, level 9, level, you know what I mean? I wish they had that information here. I don't know if it's somewhere else, and I'm just not aware of where that is until you go to level it up. But it would be nice to have that in the index as well. So what's the other one? The Gilded Pinion and what is the other one? I don't remember. It is the Gaze of Damnation, which is an epic one. Okay, let's take a look at that one. So Gaze of Damnation, accuracy by 96 is really strong. Okay, it's for a damage dealer. This is very strong, actually, for an epic. Crit damage and attack. Accuracy, crit damage, and attack. The perfect trifecta. You can put it on Tholen if you get Tholen. You can put it on Carnage, just from looking at this, because Carnage does scale damage off of accuracy and crit damage attack, of course. Any attack-based nuker will. But for Carnage, this already sounds really strong. The wearer deals 2% more damage per activated skill, stacks up to 10%, and receives 1% less damage per skill not activated, stacks up to 5%. So this is great for Carnage. Stacks up by enemies under fear or true fear. Oh, I see. By enemies under fear or true fear. I see. I don't think Carnage does fear or true fear, though. Let me double check that. Let me go here. I don't have Carnage on this account. But no, he does not do fears that I'm aware of. So no fears. So this would be better on, like, what's that champion? I think he's still in here too. He's a Void Legendary. Maybe he's not in here? I thought he was. I forget the dude's name. You could put it on Noble, for example, but Noble's really not super powerful. Does he do fears still? Yes, he does. So Noble could be okay with this relic. But again, you're normally just feeding Noble into Ninja if you have Ninja. Another champion, don't know why I can't find him. He might be here. Vulcanin might be strong with this as well, since he places fears, true fears. So that's pretty strong. Vulcanin could actually use that relic as well. Mashald could use that relic as well because he places true fears on everyone. He'll get more damage output. So, wow. Okay. Quite a few champs. But there's another champ that I can't remember. Is he in the Sylvan Watchers? I finally found him. It's freaking Fortis. All right, Fortis could do some additional damage as well with his True Fear attacks. So Fortis. All right, so Fortis would actually be really, really strong in this relic as well because of the accuracy, because you need to build accuracy on this guy. This debuff cannot be resisted by targets under fear, but honestly, if you don't have another fear person with him, then you definitely want a lot of accuracy on this guy. So he did get buffed once or twice already. He's still not insane by any means, but he's definitely way stronger than he was originally. I mean, I've never used the guy, so I have no idea. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about that relic. I think it's a pretty strong relic, but is it strong enough to utilize all your resources, right? For example, we do have, I believe, the Champ Chase going on right now, or the Summon Rush. Yeah, Champ Chase. And for the Champ Chase, it's 2x, 10x. The 10x is for Grakos. You can also get Grakos 5-star soul here if you get first place. And of course, they did put the points for the Titan event right here as well. I mean, they didn't let us know. They didn't let us know about that earlier on. They kind of just threw this in here without letting us know that the Titan event points would be in here. So you're kind of deciding whether or not you want to spend your resources on this. Now, if you originally went for the Summon Rush and you picked up the Epic, you can skip this no problem. But the thing is, 2x for Ancients is the best you're going to get for Ancients, especially when it's a 2x coinciding with a 10x. So this is really the best time to pull your Ancient Shards. And they don't do guaranteed legendaries like they used to. They haven't done one in a long time. So the likelihood of them doing a guaranteed legendary is very, very slim. They normally do it like once a year, maybe twice a year, if anything. And honestly, I do recommend going for the 2x for your Ancient Shards, unless you're trying to stockpile them for future events and stuff like that. And if you're not going for Tholen, then there's really no point for you to pull your shards unless you're trying to just get a bunch of epics or legendary champions because it's a 2x. Or if you really wanted to get the Grakos champion here, which honestly, I thought he was going to be insane. I really thought he was going to be a great HP nuker. I love HP nukers. You guys know I love Samson the Masher. But turns out I watched a bunch of videos already on this guy, and he does no damage. He literally does 0 damage. Like, Samson's A1 does more than his AoE damage, for crying out loud. That's a little bit exaggerated, but he has such weak multipliers. It's very bad. Magnar destroys him in a damage test, which is very sad. It's very sad to see. I wish they made him a little bit stronger than he was, but I guess it is what it is. I'm personally going to go for at least like 50 Ancient Shard pulls on my free-to-play main account and see if I can get some more epics, because I want to empower my epics for Faction War Hard mode. That's another reason why you should be going for a 2x, especially nowadays. If you really want to progress in Faction Wars, and especially Faction War Hard or Cursed City, or even Doom Tower, you need to get more epics. You need to empower your epics. A +4 empowered epic is equivalent to like a slightly above average legendary for many cases. So just keep that in mind. The milestones themselves, coming back here to the Titan event, decent. 50 gems here, soul coins here, just a rare skill tome. That's good. This is good for like early game. The first 2 milestones are usually better for early game progression, and most players early game can get the first 2 milestones, especially the Gaze of Damnation, which I think is very nice that they were able to add the Gaze of Damnation here at a milestone 2. Of course, some would also argue and say I'd rather have a +2 awakened Tholen if I'm going for him earlier mid-game, because he adds additional attack on the +2, whereas on the +3 it's attack, HP, and defense. And then the +4 some people might even be upset about, because they're like, well, that's the crit damage. But I guess at the end of the day, if you're really trying to go ham for this guy and for his souls, you might as well go all the way out to 5 anyways. So if you're going to go all in, go all in. Having a 3-star soul is not a big deal, though. If you want to just save resources, then just go for the 3-star soul. That's not a big deal. Personally, I would recommend trying to get the Gilded Pinion at the bare minimum, just because of the fact it's a legendary relic. You could get additional speed on your champions, or on a champion rather, and it's going to be beneficial for any area of the game, including PvP. Additional speed, though, is very big for PvP. And then for the milestone 5, if you're going all the way out here, it's very difficult to get things like primal shards. It's almost impossible to get XP barrels unless you're doing tournaments and events consistently and utilizing a lot of resources. Legendary skill tomes are very hard to come by. The mythical chaos ore is hard to come by unless you're beating hard mode faction wars all the way to Soul Cross. And then eternal essence, those take forever to drop. I swear to God, they take so long to drop. Eternal soul essence, it's insane. Like, eternal soul essence are extremely impactful on your account to try to get the 5 and 6-star souls, but mainly the 6-star soul is what you're looking for. So if you got a 5-star soul Tholen and then all of a sudden pops out a 6-star soul in your shop, your market, then you can pick that up if you have 300 eternal essence, and it takes forever to save those up. So personally, I'm gonna go all out for the 5-star soul on my Tholen. Tholen has the equivalent damage of Thor, in my opinion, and I think that having 2 quote-unquote Thors on your team would be impactful, and especially for Hydra. So if you're free to play or early game or even mid game, even late game players, some of you out there are gonna want this guy to have an additional really high damage Hydra team. Okay, so personally, I want to get the 5-star soul on Tholen on my account, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that you should just go for the 3-star, or are you going to go for the Gilded Pinion, or are you going to try to go all out for the 5-star? Let me know. But I do recommend going all out if you really want to utilize this champion. You're going for the fusion. If you're not going for the fusion, then it's pretty much pointless for you to even push that hard unless you're just trying to get the Gilded Pinion at that point. So anyways, that's my thoughts on the new Titan event. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you on a video soon. Take care.